Let's get into it, guys. We got a big community update here for March 2023. Welcome to the Funded Trader monthly community update. We're going to be diving into all sorts of things. We got a big agenda for today. As always, we're going to start out with just a little bit about who the Funded Trader is, what we're all about. We're going to dive into some company-wide updates. We got the March giveaway here. I know a lot of people are excited about the giveaway, as always. Some product updates, and we'll end on some Nobility topics here where we can just leave feeling empowered, feeling inspired to conquer the next month of April. We're ending the first quarter of the year. Absolutely mind-blowing. And I feel like we've already had a full year in.
Yeah, man, it's like insane. Like anyone out there that's been in the group from day one of this year, I mean, you know how fast things have gone. Things are just zooming by at this point, and it's always good. Like we just got to do a check in, like Matt said, end of the quarter, do a check in, see where we're at, and obviously recoup. Like for me, it's been kind of interesting because uh, like Matt, there's so much going on, right? With the company, with all the different things that are happening, and you gotta just keep showing up. There's some good days and there's some bad days, but like the ball keeps moving, and just like you guys with the challenges, with the time limits on the challenge, like you gotta just keep showing up. You gotta keep trying to take trades. You gotta keep looking for setups. Like it's the same thing for us. Like we have countless meetings. Matt's hiring like a fucking madman. Like there's so, like there's just so much happening, which is all obviously great. But yeah, it's definitely a grind for us. It's a grind for you guys, and it's ultimately how you become successful, right?
Well, it's interesting too. I was really inspired by one of our recent posts on Instagram. I was on it, I think, yesterday, the day before, and TFT shows up on my feed. I'm like, amazing. Let me watch this video, and it was just about relaxing. Like the whole theme was, making sure that you enjoy life as well. It's not all about the grind, grind, grind. Which a lot of what we do in life is a grind. I mean, it is just what it is. Anyone who wants to achieve big goals and do big things, it takes work. You're not gonna sit in a sauna all day and at the end of the sauna be where you want to be, and but the sauna is what is going to give you the capacity to show up the next day. And I think that's a big part of what we do here, not in terms of just executives of a company, but anyone who's on the call, traders, etc., entrepreneurs. You got to be able to oscillate super intense on, and then you got to do super intense off. And I'll be honest, I was probably, Angela, the number one to preach this, and I feel like I'm also now the number one culprit of not following that tenet. And it's just unsustainable. You have to be able to oscillate between the two. And it's not that they're even different. They're literally part of the same process.
Yep.
The grind process has to include relaxing, taking time off, getting off the phone, getting off the electronics. So in
Yep.
any case,
As we get into it for today's session, like I want to definitely highlight that when you're pushing yourself to the max, like to the absolute limits, which is what this company is doing and everything that we're working on, that is when you truly will be tested, with all of your values, your hobby or your habits, your routine, everything like that. And like you said, Matt, like it's for us, you guys are just getting some raw like feedback about the exec team. Like there's weeks when I'm like on, like everything's fucking I'm on the routine, right? I'm going to sleep at 10 p.m. I'm waking up early, this and that. And then there's weeks when I'm getting 5 hours of sleep and I miss tennis the whole week, and I miss the yoga class the whole week, and then it's like Friday and you're like, holy shit, what happened? Right? But at the end of the day, it's what we signed up for. We're excited to bring new updates to you guys and just everything that's going on. I mean, it is exciting. But we just want to let you guys know, just like you, the grind is real. The grind is definitely real. So let's get into it. We always just cover the absolute basics on what the funded trader is, what we represent. So we're just going to reiterate this. As always, we help traders gain access to capital so they can earn larger returns and create a professional trading track record. We believe everyone and anyone in the world can become a successful trader through proper education, support, risk management, and community. These are the core pillars of the funded trader. Through our platform, many have built their trading empires and are realizing their dreams. Today is the day that you decide that you will build your empire and achieve success. And one thing I will just add to this is we had a new slogan idea that came up. We're gonna ask you guys. We're gonna poll the community about what you want the actual slogan to be. But one of the ideas is keep your money, trade our capital. It's just like short, it's to the point, and it just tells the story of you guys instead of having to deposit all your money, you can showcase your skills and trade our money. So that is just a little bit about what we represent. Our mission: become the number one destination in the world for top talented traders. If you guys did not join the AMA the other day, it'll be posted on YouTube. I get into detail about where we're at with this and where we're going with it. And then there's a lot of ideas and a lot of things that we can do as we become more of an institution, our company. But yeah, this is our mission. And then the core principles. So I'll go over them and then I'll let Matt share some light on them as well. So we're a company anchored in transparency and integrity. No matter what happens with our company inside of the Discord, with the accounts, we always just try to be really honest. At the end of the day, there's no point in us lying to you guys about things that are going on. The more transparent that we are, the more that you can build trust with us. And not like it's not always going to be rainbows and butterflies. There's going to be issues. There's going to be things that go wrong. There's going to be mistakes that I make. There's going to be mistakes that Matt make. The team, and we all just have to own up. We all just have to own up to those mistakes. And at the end of the day, the people's court, right? The Discord community, it's sort of actually like a kingdom. We like to go to you guys and get feedback on different situations that go on, and kind of hold people's court, and that's really a key pillar of the company. It's community driven. We're a company with a responsibility to give back to our community. So again, community driven. We do a lot of giveaways. We have a big competition coming up for May because we want to give back for the 2-year anniversary of the company. So we're just always trying to do our part to give back to you guys. We know how difficult it is to be trading. I personally know how difficult it is for you guys to be taking the challenges. It's not easy. It's stressful. Puts a lot of demand on yourself to get this done. So we're trying to be there for you guys and give back. And then we're a company that pursues excellence and simplicity. We're not robots. We're humans. This means that we make mistakes. We're doing our best to hold ourselves to an extremely high standard. We're trying to hold the team to an extremely high standard. Like Matt sees me in the Slack, I'm like a maniac telling everyone to follow the right format with the messages and all this stuff. But listen, at the end of the day, if you do how you do one thing is how you do everything, right? So we got to try to do everything that we can the right way, and we got to try to keep things as simple as we can. And that's how, as a company, we'll do really well, and that's how, as a trader, you guys will do really well as well. So these are the principles. Matt, I don't know if you have any comments or anything else you want to share on it.
No, this is great. I mean, at the end of the day, these principles, we say it every single time. These are the principles that we live by as a company, but we really look to exemplify these in our lives as well. Personally and professionally, I don't really see a difference between my professional life, my personal life. They're pretty much one and the same at this point, in a good way. In a good way, to be honest. And so we hope that you guys, we don't just share these for fluff in the beginning of our sessions like this. It really is just to hopefully impress upon you to reflect on how you can also bring these kinds of core values into your life. How are you currently over complicating things? Can you simplify the battlefield? It's probably one of the best things you could do is when you're feeling, we'll get into this later in today's session, but if you're getting overwhelmed, you're unhappy, etc., it's probably because things are a little bit too complicated, or you're not really holding yourself to higher standards and pursuing excellence, and you're just using excuses. And I use the proverbial you. Same with us. These are the reflections that we do every day. Am I just creating excuses? Am I showing up correctly? Am I overcomplicating things? How might I be able to simplify things down? Am I really giving back to my team and my community? Am I being as transparent and holding myself to high standards of integrity every single day? Same questions for you guys in your trading. It's crazy how when you start living through core principles, core values, and virtues, how your life can just literally overnight turn around. So just want to highlight these for you guys as well. This is really big. And I also want to just give a shout out because it looks like this one of our community members, Marcus, got his first payout today. So I just want to highlight and give him a quick shout out because that's pretty exciting. We've had a crazy amount of payouts this past 30 days. We'll talk about that too.
Mm-hmm.
But congrats to Marcus, man. That's awesome.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But congrats to Marcus, man. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, I mean, like Matt said, we are definitely in a position where we need to continue to be self-critical, and I think all of you guys should be self-critical as well, and that's ultimately how we get better. So TFT core principles. Let's start to get into it. So every single community update, we do a 200K giveaway. All you got to do, guys, is take a picture of the community update, any of the slides, post it on your Instagram story, tag the funded trader, let the people know that you're on the session, that you're getting the updates today. Help us out. And then one person will win a 200K challenge. So I'll say a reminder towards the end of the webinar. But if you guys are on here now, make sure that you participate. So company updates. So let's get into it. First off, we're at about 46 million in payouts to date on the funded trader, up 6.8 million from February. So obviously a ton of payouts have been going out from the company, which just means that we're growing, you guys are growing, and we're in a position to continue to grow. So congratulations to all of you guys. Obviously this is a pretty epic statistic. We're definitely on pace to hit 100 million by December of this year. So we're on pace to hit 100 million in payouts total for the company, which will be quite the accomplishment for all of you guys and really all of us. And I mean, Matt's on the operations and customer success side. Like, maybe give a bit of an insight on what it takes to behind the scenes make this happen from the team standpoint.
We've got a full organization backing you guys. You know, we're definitely voting for the traders, and our goal. You know, I even see someone sharing, "Hey, I've been waiting for my first payout for almost 40 hours." Great, we're going to take a look at that. Right, reach out to our support team. We're on standby. You know, we've got team members from all over the world who are insanely passionate about trading, about the funded trader, and ultimately supporting you guys in your journey to getting funded, getting your first payout potentially, your second, your third, your 10th payout, whatever it might be on your journey of becoming a successful trader. We're all here to support you guys. In terms of actually processing payouts, we have a 24/5 team. I mean, at the end of the day, we've invested very heavily in our payouts team, both on the funded accounts and affiliates. So we're already making process improvements to cut down payout time. So again, anyone who has had issues, anything along those lines, you're always welcome to reach out to our support team on our website. Very responsive there. And of course, yeah, at the end of the day, you know, to Angela's point, 100 million isn't far off. I think a year ago, Ange, it felt very far off, but we're going to achieve that by the end of the year. And we're just very excited to ultimately, like, this is again, like access to capital. Talk about like access to building your own kingdom. The opportunity is there. It every day blows my mind that prop firms exist, that we exist, that we're doing what we're doing, because it's just a beautiful thing where people can from anywhere in the world show up. I mean, I was looking at the data a month ago in terms of how many countries, Angelo, we have traders in, and it's literally every single country. I don't think there's a country that we don't work with. The smallest country I've never even heard of, we've got people there representing the TFT flag, and it's just a beautiful thing, guys. So definitely keep your spirits high. I know things are pretty wild right now, so keep spirits high, and you know it's all about mindset in terms of getting funded and getting your payout. So congrats to everyone who's been a part of that $7 million payout cohort for the month of March, because that's our largest payout total in a single month in history. So we're really proud of that. Proud of you guys.
Yes, sir. So going on, March's top payout was Pasquale. He got a $138,000 payout, which is really absurd, right? So this guy got a massive payout, one of the largest payouts in the history of the company. So big shout out to Pasquale. He's gotten several payouts. This is actually not his first rodeo. So yeah, big shout out to him. Definitely largest payout over the last couple months too. So I'll let Matt get into it. We're going to talk about the team and some new members that just joined.
Yeah, this was a crazy month of hiring. For everyone that has been following along this year, you'll know that we've been posting a lot of new jobs. We're continuously growing our trader success team. I'm really proud to announce that we brought on, I think, 6 new people this month in the trader success side of things, and
Wild.
we're actually in the process of hiring 5 more who are probably starting, I think, on Monday, like very early next week. So our trader success team is just blowing up right now. It's really exciting. But for starters, we have Megan. She's been a rock star. She was hired in March. She's our new support manager. She works in tandem with Victoria, who is leading our trader success organization. And Megan's been instrumental so far in really helping us continue to operationalize our organization, this department, along with really providing more structure for our supervisors. So it's been a really exciting couple of weeks. I feel like Megan's already been here a whole year as well. So it's just great when you find amazing talent and you attract amazing talent. They come in and they really shake things up. So big shout out to Megan. Thanks for hopping on with us. Then we've got 5 other support reps who came in from all over the world, right? I think we had a couple hundred resumes come in, and God bless Megan. I think she did over 60 interviews in the past 2 weeks, which is insane. So she's done a lot of interviews. We've done a full audit of everyone who applied to the Funded Trader for these positions. We did a full audit, went through them, and we interviewed a lot of people. And I'm really proud to say that this cohort of team members who are joining TFT, you're going to see a lot of them in the, in intercom. You'll be seeing their names, their faces, etc. But we've got Amina, Colette, and Carlos, really 3 fantastic individuals. So we're really happy to have them on. And then we also have 2 more that came on as well in this cohort. Big hiring spree at TFT. We got Mubanga and Frederick. So every single person we bring into TFT, those core values, those matter. We hire for core values and competency. So it's good and important for you guys, anyone who's interested in joining TFT, for applying for an open position, if you're interested in getting involved, those are the things we look for, So if you do want to be considered, I just ask that you, do the things we always share in these community updates. Send out an email to hiring@thefundedtraderprogram.com, include an actual email, address it to the hiring team, write an email about what position you're looking to apply for, include your resume as a PDF, include a cover letter as a PDF. That's going to increase your odds of getting looked at significantly. If you're just sending us an email with no information and it's just a Word doc, we're probably not going to take it too seriously because it doesn't seem like you're taking it seriously. So again, we look for excellence, and every single person I'm highlighting here that's come onto the team, they're providing that kind of, that level of professionalism throughout their whole process. So we're really proud to bring these people on. Big thank you to everyone. We're still interviewing a lot of people at the moment, so you'll be seeing a lot more faces in April. But at the end of the day, we'll be sharing more hiring opportunities because we're certainly not done. I know, Andrew, we've got a crazy hiring strategy for 2023. So it's I don't think we can have enough coffee to get us through, but we'll try.
We need coffee injected in our veins.
Yeah, I think we need an IV at this point.
Oh my God! Listen, just want to echo what Matt was saying. Like everyone that's joined, big shout out to them. Glad to have them on the team. Anyone that's reached out, if you tried to apply, maybe you haven't gotten an interview, maybe you haven't moved forward, keep trying. Right, get the cover letter restructured, get the resume redone. Try to improve upon feedback you might have gotten in the interviews. Or if you haven't gotten an interview, try to look online for some resources on how to do better with the interview process and stuff. But yeah, we're definitely hiring, like Matt said. Definitely going to continue to put out job applications. Look in the Discord, look in the hiring channel. That's where some of the postings are listed. And one posting that we will be putting out there very soon, that's a more of a fun post, is going to be a memes analyst. So we're looking for one person that's really good at memes. So if you're out there, if you're watching, hit me up, send me some memes, and we're gonna make it happen. So definitely a lot of work to do on the hiring front. We're gonna continue with that. Getting into some updates for the YouTube from this past month. So we've been posting interviews like crazy. Shout out to the content team. They're doing a really good job. Aless, Rusty, Anna, Alfie, all the rest, Shane, Dennis, like even the community engagement team, Cameron. Shout out to the whole team. They're really crushing it. Brandius as well, who's helping schedule the interviews. We are posting like 2 to 3 interviews a week, which is insane, right? We're trying to showcase as many of these traders as we possibly can. There's a bunch of in-person interviews. You could see this one was posted yesterday. This one was posted about 2 weeks ago. I did an interview in person. This is another in-person interview. So we're getting the in-person ones done as well. I really like how those are coming out. The traders are really able to tell their story in person. I try to be patient, try to listen as best I can to them and let them share everything they want to in those sessions. I've got about 5 more that are coming up this month. We're scheduling them now. So yeah, if you guys have not watched any of the interviews, head over to the YouTube channel. It's purely motivation. Like, these people are the ones that have made money. And if you guys have not been successful yet, I would check it out. When I used to be trading the challenges, I love to listen to podcasts, chat with traders podcasts, watch YouTube videos about successful traders, try to pick up on tendencies, different things they were saying in the interview. Some of them are pretty long, but listen, if you have the time, like, it's definitely worth sitting there and taking in the information. So again, shout out to the team. More videos to come. Most popular awards. So we had Jay the Farmer. He had 42,000 views on his video. His story was like super inspirational and just a good guy. So if you guys haven't checked it out, definitely go check out the video. He talks about his strategy, he trades ICT, but he also talks about his story. He dropped out of school, he was working in a different industry, and then he started to shift more to follow his dream, which is working on his farm. He has a bunch of land, and he's in more alignment with that, and he's using trading to help fund his farm, his operation over in North Carolina. So definitely check it out. You guys will really enjoy it. Ton of positive feedback on it. So the giveaways last month have been pretty wild. We've been giving away a ton of accounts. We did 2 50K account giveaways. We gave away 100 accounts, a 400K giveaway, 200K, 100K, 300K. So we're just giving away accounts left and right. You guys are, and this isn't for nothing, you guys are helping us out. You're boosting our content. You're giving us feedback for this giveaway. The UFC one was just for fun, picking the winner of the UFC, so that wasn't anything. But yeah, we're trying our best, like we said, to give back to you guys. We're also doing giveaways now on Twitter. So if you haven't followed us on Twitter yet, head over to there and check it out. And listen, on the last AMA that we did, one trader that hopped on throughout the year, he had won 4 giveaways, and one of the accounts he made money on. So it's definitely possible. If I was you, I would just keep trying. It's very low effort, and there's the potential to win an award. So definitely get in. So like I said, Twitter giveaways. Love how this little graphic came out. But if you're not following us on Twitter yet, head over there. The page is starting to really grow. I personally dropped some truth bombs on there. That's where I do my venting once a day. I drop on Twitter, send a little controversial message. So if you guys want to see those as well, head over to the Twitter. Shout out to Dennis for that. March promotions. So just to recap, we've been experimenting with a lot of different promotions. This is always like the most popular, the 90% payouts. Everyone obviously wants that. Graphic also came out fucking sick, not gonna lie. And then we've got the pot of gold. So we did a St. Patrick's Day promotion, really short one for the 92% split. And then this is the current one that's going on right now. Marble, 10% off, 110% refund, 10% from phase 1 and 2. And then we've got this one as well, which this graphic is sick. Like, I saw you liked it on Instagram, Matt.
Oh yeah, I was like, I cannot.
Yeah, I'm like, if this, like, I just looked at it. So we give you guys some context. We put out a job application for new designers. We had about, I don't know, 20 people apply, and we had 2 people that have been hired so far. This is one of the new designers that we hired. This was actually his test graphic that he created based on the instructions that we gave. Came out amazing. Like, I don't even have words for this guy. Like, you're hired right there, right? So yeah, shout out to him. He's going to be focused on promos and graphics moving forward. And we also messed around with like a new promotion, first withdrawal, 85%. So if you haven't tried this out yet, if you guys want to, head over, use it before the end of the day, because that is up. So those are all the company updates. Let's get into some product related updates. The Treasure Hunt app. So this app launched, I believe it launched about a month ago. When did it launch? March 1st. Yeah, it launched March 1st. So in March, we've gained about 5,000 users on the platform. We've got, if you could see in this bottom right corner here, we've got a ton of countries that it's in. We got Singapore representing big. So shout out everyone in Singapore. I don't know what you guys are doing over there, but you're in on the app. So thanks to you guys. Really appreciate the support. So yeah, we've got ton of actions, ton of things going on there. I know a lot of people have given us feedback about the prizes, to do them differently, whatever. We're gonna wait probably another month, and then I'll take a look at it, and I'll do like an audit and see how the prizes are structured and how we could potentially do things better. But listen, look at the actions, 47,000 actions. That's you guys building our community with us, which is what the whole point of the app is, and we're rewarding you for doing that. So really appreciate you guys. The support in the app has been wild. Definitely look out in the next coming days. The monthly giveaway is gonna wrap up. So every month, it's basically a battle to win the month. So at the end of the month, all of the winners for like the tiers that are in there will be rewarded. You can see here you're on tier 0, whatever, but you will be rewarded. So look out for that. Let's make sure that everyone that deserves a prize receives it. And if you haven't checked it out yet, go to the link, huntthefundedtraderprogram.com. It's in the Discord as well. It's on the website. So definitely check it out. So this is always our favorite slide on the presentation, because this is what's most important to us. This is what's most important to you guys. It's what are we working on right now, right? What are we working on? How are we helping to improve the product for you guys? So I'll run through, and then Matt, you can give some updates or any comments that you have on it. So number 1 is the free trials. So this is something that in the beginning was something we wanted to do, but was put off because due to certain limitations with the broker, with the technology. It has now become an initiative. It has now become a possibility to do the free trials. So this is something that I'm going to prioritize over the next quarter. This will enable all you guys to test out our dashboard, test out the challenges. It's also really an educational product for the community. So instead of just trading a random demo account, you could trade an account attached to our dashboard, test to see if you have what it takes to pass the challenge, before it actually happens. So I'll pause there. Any comments, Matt, on the free trial?
I'm very excited about this one. I know when I first joined TFT, I was looking at FTMO. I was like, it's interesting that they offer it. We don't. Well, is it possible we can? So the fact, these are just all like huge wins that we're continuously trying to provide to the community. I mean, even having the 10K challenge out now is a huge win. I know how long were we getting requests for that, Ange?
Right.
It's just exciting. So, hopefully this is a great opportunity for those who've been looking for this product from us. So personally, I'm just very excited just to offer this to the community.
Yeah, we're battling over here. We're trying to do as many things as possible for you guys. At the same time, we're listening to very smart people on our team and trying to be as open as possible to what we can do and what we can't do. But yeah, I think the free trial is something that you guys are really going to like. Trading conditions, we've spoken about this, right, every update so far this year. So the goal is to reduce the spreads and commissions. Everyone's obviously unhappy about them, and we hear you guys and we understand. Goal is to offer the best conditions we can to our clients to trade responsibly. We've been in kind of a bit of a standoff with 8 cap over some commercials and other things, and we're finally making some really positive progress on it. So this, I've said this many times, this should be resolved soon, whatever, but we're definitely making progress now, which I'm excited about, and I'm looking forward to you guys seeing what's to come. So I posted inside of the Discord some updates around what the commissions are going to be and the spreads once we do get the resolution in place, and really excited for you guys to see that because it's going to be solid. So that being said, moving on to the next one, the new broker integration. So we have a few options right now. We obviously already offer purple trading on the challenge accounts. We don't we don't offer them on live accounts simply because we can't open a live account for our business with them. So we can't offer the live accounts currently, but we are working on that. We're working on coming to a resolution with them. But yeah, Think Markets and IC are sort of the priorities here. I think Markets is has a lot of customizations that we want. They seem to be a good partner to work with. They're not as well known. I see Markets is obviously like one of the leading brokers in the entire industry. Everyone wants to use them. We ran a poll last week. I think 1,500 people voted IC Markets and 40 people voted Think Markets. Right, so it's quite clear, what the people want. And I posted today a message in Discord. IC Markets hit me back. They said they're ready to get on a call and put the deal in place so we can move forward, which is like super excited. I didn't even expect this to be happening. So just keeping you guys in the loop. We're gonna try our best to get it done. And listen, you guys are seeing live what it takes for a business to try to make improvements, make updates that you guys want, and I'm gonna do everything in my power to make it happen. So by offering additional brokers, we're gonna be able to provide options for you guys to choose, which I think is very important. This way you can test out different brokers and see which one you want to work with the most. So I'll pause there. Any comments, Matt, on the trading conditions and the new broker?
As you said, like these are all big priorities for us. So, I mean, we're listening to you guys. I'm personally, again, everything on this board, like you said, is the most important slide of the entire presentation. These are all of our biggest initiatives that we're working on that are going to impact every single person on today's community update, right? Everyone in the community, everyone who's trading, everyone who's interested in joining TFT. These initiatives are really big. So no, I think honestly, Angie covered it all, but yeah, we just got work to do, guys, but we're getting it done, and we're very excited to get these out here in the next month, 2 months. Like this is what our focus is right now, is these four initiatives on the screen.
Yep. Yeah, and then the last one is the payout processing automation. So we've been working closely with the developer to integrate Deal, which now is an API, and Crypto API. Um, I'll say this, the payouts team has been crushing it. Like we brought on some new team members. We kind of like we kind of righted the ship, with the payouts team a bit, and we've been able to get the payout processing time down to 24 hours for most payouts across the board, which is what our priority is, to people to be getting paid out in one business day. But now with this automation, on our end, it will just make things that much easier. Instead of us having to manually send out payouts, it'll just be a click of the button integrated with our dashboard. All the accounts will be automatically deducted, the profits, everything like that. So it will alleviate, because I know one of the big things for the people out there that have been funded is, oh, I gotta wait multiple days, my account's on pause, right? My account's disabled while I'm waiting for my payout, I lose trading days. This will definitely help to mitigate that problem that you guys are having. So, like Matt said, ton of updates here. The trials, the conditions, the broker, the payouts. These are all very important projects that we are working on. We're heads down on them right now. They're all going to be definitely completed. And yeah, we look forward to getting this out there to you guys. Let's go. All right, so this is Matt's favorite part of the entire presentation, the Nobility series, achieving excellence in the pursuit of our goals. So we're gonna let Matt get into it a bit, give you guys some positive thoughts for the month to come ahead.
Right on. Yeah, this is such a I love this topic. Objective judgment, objective reasoning, just making better decisions, guys, that are not rooted in necessarily emotion, reactivity, but really looking at things the way that they are. So objective judgment, this is a stoic principle that I learned a few years ago. For anyone that doesn't know me, I'm a huge stoic fan, stoic philosophy. Um, and it really is just a very empowering, very masculine perspective of the world, in my opinion. And I think anyone who's doing trading, if you could do anything in addition to learning the technical skills, I think learning stoicism will have an immediate direct impact on your mindset and psychology performance. So definitely check out stoicism as a philosophy. I think it's going to be really helpful for anyone who's interested in being successful in life, especially if you're pursuing a worthy goal. But objective judgment, the ability to see things as they are without projecting our own subjective biases and emotions onto them. And I know you and I, we actually talk a lot about, the power of your gut instinct as well. So this isn't also to say that you shouldn't listen to your gut, to listen to your own intuition. That to me is a very powerful, um, it's a very powerful skill that not a lot of people are able to harness correctly. And they confuse it with like fear, emotions, reactions. Whereas, there is a difference between the fear and emotion side of things, just reacting to it versus your actual intuition and knowing thyself. So I don't want to by any means suggest that that is not an appropriate way to respond in life as well. I think it's incredibly powerful. But objective judgment, I'm going to talk about this in just like what it is, give you a framework for bringing objective judgment practice into your life and how you can bring it into your trading as well. So, objective judgment involves looking at a situation from a detached and rational perspective without being swayed by our personal preferences, fears, or desires. So, I want to ask, everyone to reflect right now. Think of how many, whether it's in the trading, your trading practice or even your personal practice, we have to make decisions all day, every day about everything. And sometimes these decisions are things that we know are going to happen in our day to day, like Angela and I having to make decisions in terms of what we're going to put in this slide deck and how we're going to communicate, what's going on, what projects we're going to share with you guys, right? These are all decisions that we're making. Some decisions are going to be reactions, and that's life. We have to react to life as well. So I want you to think about your own personal life, your own professional life. How are you showing up in terms of your decision making? Are you kind of all over the place, just being ruled by your emotions, fear, greed, your desires, even just your personal preferences? I prefer this. Or are you actually detaching yourself a little bit from the emotions, because the emotions can get the best of us from time to time? And are you actually looking at it from a rational perspective? Because there's typically, ration and logic can oftentimes win. But again, if you can combine that with really strong intuition, that is, in my opinion, the biggest superpower, is being able to master both of those. So, kind of coming into the next one, yeah, I mean, essentially the process here, guys, for objective judgment is to examine a situation carefully, consider all the available evidence, right? So, we'll get into an example on the next slide, but you want to consider the evidence, what's actually in front of you. And we've talked about this before. There's, your freedom, your excellence is in between the stimulus and your response. So, if you're in a situation and the trade isn't going as well as you had hoped it would, you're likely going to have an immediate emotional reaction to that. And what we want to do is not react emotionally. We want to take a pause and we need to think critically. And we want to look at the available evidence in terms of what's in front of us. And ultimately, we want to make a decision that's based on what is most rational and ethical in the moment. And that's hard to do when we're thinking about things like money and our emotions and our fear. There's a lot going on in the world. And again, I like to zoom out from just trading and just think holistically in life. There's a lot of shit going on in the world right now. And it's very easy to just react emotionally in the moment to what's happening and maybe even go along with the crowd. But I really urge everyone in life to think more rationally, more critically in their approach to any situation, in your relationships, in your career, in your health, your habits. Everything should be looked at and examined, because if you're not going to do it, no one's going to do it for you. So I just want to kind of highlight this process for you guys, but to just bring this into more of a real practical example, right? Again, like I said, if your trade isn't going as planned, right? You place a trade, you're like, shit, this is not what I intended. What do you do in that moment? Like, what do you do?
You look
How
at
many
like you're this
people?
guy.
Yeah, you'd be like, oh shit, I have no fucking clue what I'm gonna do. Or you can show and be like, ah, this is obviously part of the game. Part of the game is knowing that things are not going to always go according to plan. In fact, everyone has a plan until you get punched in the face. Mike Tyson said that, right? Amazing line. Do you hold the trade in hopes that the price will rebound and rely on emotional reactions, your gut feelings, your personal preferences? Like, are you really just always relying on those, or are you taking a step back and actually being logical and rational with what's going on as well? Your emotions are going to pull you into a direction, but you can pause and you can be the decider, right? You kind of like can take the reins. I kind of view your emotions as horses that are on a carriage, and you want to be able to rein them in and direct them. And that's where your logical rational brain can kick in and course correct and help you make the best decisions in your trading career and obviously in your personal life. So looking at data, taking a break, looking at the situation, even like taking a step back and just not even thinking about it for a few minutes can honestly help, because sometimes we can get so in our heads, so wrapped up in the emotion that it actually paralyzes us. Like, think of how many times. I mean, Angela, I'd be curious, like on your end, your experience with trading. Are there times where you feel like wrapped up in the emotional side of things versus the rational? That kind of, it's so easy for someone on the external to see this, right? And be like, hey, you should do this. But
Yeah.
when it's just you, your computer, and your emotions and your thoughts, you're kind of left to your own devices.
Yeah, yeah. No, I think it's not easy, right? I mean, I've had personal experiences where you're literally like this guy trembling, like you get so nervous because you start to have this paralysis that any decision you make will not be the right decision. And I like what you have written below is how do you mitigate those fears? How do you mitigate that paralysis? And it's through more information, right? Like collecting data, collecting feedback from others, doing some work to give yourself more confidence, right? And then you can make some actual rational decisions. So I think that I even want to like comment on this as myself. If you find yourself in part A, you're holding out hopes and you're basing your decisions on emotions, you can get to point B that he has here, right? You can choose in that moment to make a decision to head in the other direction. Like, you're not a robot. Like you're gonna have these thoughts potentially of fear and greed and whatever, of doubt. But you can be strong and you can choose to go in the direction to make the rational decisions. So I just want to highlight that.
And it's such an easy tweak. Like, a lot of people are like, well, how do I start doing that? It's just a very simple tweak. The first thing is just becoming aware of the fact that you may operate this way currently. And even if it's not 100% of the time, even if it's 20, 30, 40, 50% of the time, the algorithm, the if this and that, is just, if a trade isn't going my way, and I feel emotional, fearful, etc., then I take a 30-second break. I walk away. I come back and I look at the data. Right? It's just an if this and that, and this is where installing these kinds of algorithms in our day, creating new habits. It's these tiny switches, these tiny upgrades to how we perform. Like, nothing's going to change if you don't change anything. Nothing's going to change if you don't change anything. So you need to start making tweaks in your habits and your thinking and your approach to life, your attitude, etc., to make changes towards where you want to go. And this is one of the best ways to get there, is not relying on just going through the motions, not actually being self-aware of what's going on, and reacting to situations. If you can start becoming more aware of the situation, relying on data, et cetera, making these kinds of decisions through logic, I think you're going to see massive upgrades across your life. So again, you can apply this to anything. That's essentially today's session. We'll kind of close it out on a nice little, basically a summary here, right? This requires a high degree of self-awareness. So I'm not saying this is easy, but it can become easy when you start practicing this. It's just like anything. Trading, starting out, very difficult. You start trading, you start getting the reps in, it becomes easier, right? So requires a high degree of self-awareness. It definitely requires a shit ton of discipline and moral integrity, right? As well as willingness to accept the outcomes of our decisions with equanimity and resilience. At the end of the day, you're never going to have perfect information. So even with more information, more data, it's still up to you to make the decision. No one's going to make it for you. And you need to have confidence in your ability to make those decisions at the end of the day. So this is, like I said earlier, no one's coming to save you. You got to be in here. You got to be doing the work. And ultimately, you need to be the one to make the decision at the end of the day.
Yeah,
So
this is powerful stuff, guys. This slide itself, this high level summary of what Matt's trying to get across is extremely important for you to take in, reflect on, think about. One thing I'll share as the last final thing to you guys is I'm talking right now with this individual that I went to college with. He's now signed with UFC Fight Pass, and he's potentially going to be in the UFC. And he's signed to the same agent as McGregor, and apparently he might fight on McGregor's card. And so I had spoken with this individual about potentially being a sponsor for TFT, like us sponsoring him. And I was telling him about the product, and the product, you know, you guys are so similar to a fighter. Like a fighter is in the arena, it's just them. They're in the camp, it's just them. They have to remain extremely disciplined. They have to be extremely accountable of all their decisions, right? They have to have integrity in the sense that if they don't do something that they should have done, you know, there will be consequences. And it's the same as you guys. You guys are the man in the arena. You're a trader. There's no one else making decisions for you. I hope, and you have to you have to make it happen, right? You have to deliver, and you have to have an unbounded amount of confidence in your ability. And in his eyes, he's already the champion, right? Like I talked to him, he's like, at the end of this year, my price is going up, right? That's his communication to me, and I think the confidence and that should also be something that in a trader, like you guys know that you're gonna be profitable. You guys know that you're gonna have maybe not all wins, but you're gonna be profitable in the sense that there's gonna be wins and losses, and you're gonna be resilient and keep going. So just wanted to share that a little bit there. I know a lot of people in the community like UFC and like the fight game, and I really do believe that they're very similar in what we're doing now. So let's finish it off. I'll let you get back into it.
yeah, so ultimately, guys, doing this, the benefits you're gonna make more informed and rational decisions, which is ultimately going to lead to greater success and profitability in your trading, and less stress, confusion, regret. Right. So these are all things we want. These are the benefits. I don't know why we need to sell this idea and this concept even more than we have, but this is what it's all about, guys. Just having greater success and profitability. And so I think the last slide here is the quote I was looking for. Yeah, Marcus Aurelius, my guy. This is my guy, by the way. If you're interested in knowing where I get a lot of these topics from, it just comes straight from Marcus Aurelius, who is one of the greatest thinkers of modern times. Your mind will take shape of what you frequently hold in thought, for the human spirit is colored in such impressions. So it's important to know that what you think manifests in reality. So again, if you're thinking emotionally, reacting, you're negative, you're fearful, you're in that state of being, you're in that energetic state, you're just bringing more of that to yourself. And this is honestly not like woo woo. This is just like honestly science at this point. So, you know, you really want to shift your energetic frequency when you're in these kinds of situations. Because if you could shift your mindset from that slouched over, fear driven, oh shit kind of personality to, like, we use these imageries of the funded trader. Like, I love TFT's branding because it's such the hero's journey. We talk about it all the time. You guys are the hero. You're the one stepping into the arena, like Angelo just said. You are the knight. In that last slide, there's the knight on the horse raising the flag. That is you. And every day you should be showing up and raising your flag, showing up powerfully, excited for the day, making plus one improvements. If you do that, that's heroic. You're going to create an amazing life. But if you're coming in with a very fear driven, even chaotic, selfish mindset, you're not going to really have a great time. You know, you might become successful. I'd argue you'll be less successful than you would have been if you had just taken a better approach, but you're not going to be happy or fulfilled at the end of the day. So just really want to highlight for everyone, like, I think every day of I see the TFT brand, I'm like, great, I'm also part of this story. I'm a hero of my own journey. I'm gonna raise my flag. I'm a knight. Like, let's fucking go. Let's keep sharpening the sword. Let's keep conquering our fears, all the fucking, you know, all the battle, the daily battles, the ultimate war. Like, that is what this is all about, guys. So
Matt
I
the
hope this,
Conqueror.
yeah, be a conqueror of your own life. No one's gonna do, or be conquered, right?
Yeah.
I mean, conquer, be conquered at this point, and I mean that in a very personal manner, right? You should be conquering yourself all the time and pushing yourself beyond your limits. And oftentimes, the limits aren't even the physical limits It's more so the emotional and mindset limits. And these are the kinds of tools that can take you there. So yeah, really appreciate everyone's time. Andrew, I don't know if you want to close us out on today's community update, but
Yeah.
thoroughly enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'll just say this, guys. All this talk, me and Matt, like, we've been talking about this since the day that we've met. This self optimization, this self reflection, the criticalness of what we're doing, and because of the fact that we think this way, that is why we're now in the position we're in with the company that we have. Right? We prepared ourselves to take on something of this magnitude, and that's why we are where we are. So if you're, I see some people in the chat like, if you're right now feeling discouraged, you're like, this isn't me, like I don't do any of this stuff, just start small, right? Start small. Like my favorite book, Start Small, Think Big. So it's like, start small, try to do some daily habits, try to be self-critical of some things that you're doing, don't beat yourself up, but start to shape your mind in a way where you can prepare yourself to take on, like Matt said, the battle or the war, take on the competition, take on whatever challenges that you face, and it's really just all comes down to mindset, guys. So really thank you for hopping on the session. Another community update in the books. March has been an incredible month. Thanks to all of you guys. So thank you to all of our supporters, all the team members, the TFT community, everything like that. Like, we just really appreciate your guys' support, and we're gonna keep doing our thing. We're gonna keep fighting the fight. You guys will see me in the Discord. So yeah, thanks again, guys.
Thanks, guys.
And it's over.